Not exactly ideal baseball conditions with the rain coming down, but first pitch is just around the corner. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Mike Foltynewicz is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come in after another good win last time out that ran their record to start the season to a perfect 5-0.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Mark, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
He froze him on the fastball there. Albert Almora goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Chris Bryant now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And we're just underway from SunTrust Park. And right into the shift, but this will get foul for strike 2. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Working on striking out the side in the first, and he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back to SunTrust Park. Kyle Hendricks gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He's a little bit, he reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88 to 91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs. The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte plays with. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. If you've got to start those big streaks somewhere, I like the way he's swinging the bat right now. Great approach, very comfortable. Let's see if that streak continues today.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, with 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series. He's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
First offering on its way. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and deep to right center. Back goes Hayward. Still going back. And it's gone as they add still another one. It's a solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a foul tip here, but it's held onto for the out. Good work behind the plate, and the inning is over. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Back now from SunTrust Stadium. Second inning coming up, but first here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, it doesn't appear that we're going to get much of a break from this rain at all as the game progresses. However, I am also hearing that this rain isn't supposed to intensify too much. The grounds crew will be on standby just in case the umpires do call a delay, but the goal is to get this one in uninterrupted.
Yeah, Heidi, and thanks. Even with all the technology that we have today to be able to forecast the weather accurately, one never knows what Mother Nature has in store. 2-0 now. The 2-0. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Popped him up. Flowers waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Striding in, Kyle Schwarber. His career line with Boltonevich. He's just 2 for 9. 2 out, nobody on. Turned on down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Schwarber stands at 6 foot even, looking at a fastball to end the inning. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. And the next in is Johan Camargo. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Almora in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Batting 7. The second baseman.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. On the run is Almora. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 8.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's 1 for 4. Yanked on the ground down the line. Oh, look at Bryant. Got him. They call it the hot corner for a reason. And this is a beauty to take us to break. Back to SunTrust Park following this. Here's the young catcher, Will Harris. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Off speed pitch, just missed inside.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Kyle Hendricks goes down for out number 2 in the top half. No balls and a strike to count. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's 1 for 5. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his 2-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go back to work.
Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail things. Stepping in, Mike Foltynewicz as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Popped him up. And there's out number 1.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring up Ender Inciarte. First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. pulled toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Markakis will round it at first and head for second now. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Markakis stands at second with 2 gone. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. Gone. A 2-run blast off the bat of Freddie Freeman. Second home run early in the year, and the Braves add on. It's 4-0.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be heading that way real soon if he can't keep the ball in the yard.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He swings and grounds it to short. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 3 full. It's now 4-0 Atlanta. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting. The center fielder.
So the base is empty
Albert
here with 1 away.
Almora.
And into bat next is Albert Almora. Now here's 1 hit in the air to the right side. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies.
Now batting. The third baseman.
Now batting, Chris Bryant. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
No balls and 1 strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
When you're facing a guy with this.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cubs strand 1. They're down 4-0. Standing in, Ronald Acuna. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So it's an inning-opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them. Or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard-hit line drive.
Into the box, Ozzie Albies. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So striding forward now, Tyler Flowers. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up a home run.
Next for Atlanta.
Stepping in now, Mike Foltynewicz. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Here's Ender Inciarte. As he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Standing in now, Nick Markakis, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, he rips this one the other way, but caught down there at third. And that's allowed out number 1.
The first baseman, number 5.
Ready to take his hacks again. Freddie Freeman, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Left side, but well fouled.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
A bullet to first base. The tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play, and the inning is over. But 4 runs score in the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said it's just unacceptable how often they're striking out looking in this game. It's not something they're willing to live with, so they're trying to emphasize more of an ambush approach early in the at-bats to avoid falling behind in the count.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. We were expecting a pitcher's duel in this one, but it's turned into a bit of a lopsided contest so far. Hendricks hasn't had his best stuff today.
Well, D-Row, this is a case of where it looks like the power pitcher is winning out this afternoon. Overpowering stuff from one side. On the other hand, a control pitcher that's having a rough go.
It goes to show you why everybody's so enamored with velocity. When you're a power guy, you can miss over the heart of the plate and you don't get that solid contact. As a finesse guy, if you're not spotting up, damage.
And he fouls this one off. Rizzo aboard here at first with nobody out. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Descalzo, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick. He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Right fielder.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 2 down, runners at first and second. Donaldson trying to get there. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're on the short. Welcome back to SunTrust Park just outside of Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Brad Brock gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Looking up is Contreras, and out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game as they push this lead up to 9 now.
Well, as a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game. If this guy comes to the plate.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Hey, guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
The batter, number 1.
Boy, there's a long fly bullet off the wall right there. But the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over.
Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and towering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double, the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And the second runner will stop at third, and they're at the corners now with nobody out.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Here comes the first pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. One there on to first, so they let the pitcher swing away here, and it turns into a double play.
The center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Digging in, Ender Inciarte. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner towards second. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Lifted in the air to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 5 innings complete. The Braves on top, 12-0. Stepping in, Ben Zobrist. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. This one's flared off to the right side. And he'll make the catch. Oh, check that. He didn't look it into his glove, and the ball drops in.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, Dero, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Albert Almora is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Albies scoops it up. There's 1. Back to Freeman, not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Fouled off. Runners on first with 1 down. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Here's Javier Baez as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. Now in the box, Freddie Freeman comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Freddie.
Here comes the first pitch. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And this will kick off the base of the wall.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. The runner scores from second.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard to short. Baez has it. Wow, a flip to second for one. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the one out.
Boy, that was a smooth play, wasn't it? Great job to lay out and make the stop, and then to feed to second from his knees for the out. Pretty impressive display there.
He's set. Here it comes. Line hard toward right center. And this is into the gap for his third hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with two runners in scoring position.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. In to score, the runner from third.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
From the stretch. Hard hit ball to short. And that's through into left field for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with two away, they didn't like their chances there.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Carl Edwards Jr. gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. In now, Mike Foltynewicz. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
They are putting in some work at the plate in this one, Matt. Another great AB. Another hit. Another nail in the coffin. That's a startling 15 runs in this one. And they're still going.
He's set, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning coming up. Atlanta leads it 15-0. Back here at SunTrust Park, this one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rizzo popped out and singled in his 2 trips to the plate. Infield in the overshift here now, the pitch. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Here's a foul ball left side, and that'll move it to 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Here now the 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rizzo. Line toward the alley in left center. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out. becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ian Happ will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Happ couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1. Fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game. And the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. Start the box. Xavier Cedeno enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 45.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Nick Markakis. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Leading up for the Braves, the right fielder.
First offering on its way. High in the air into shallow left center. Schwarber comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman.
So digging in now, Freddie Freeman. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting,
Josh Donaldson will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Now this one's hit hard to left field by Donaldson and deep. Looking up is Contreras into the second deck and gone.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Into the box now, Ronald Acuna. He swings and lines it to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
The batter.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Love the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Here's the first pitch to him. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner at 3rd will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
The batter, number 1.
Hey, guys, I think the pitch.
Into the box, Ozzie Albies. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. 1 run will score easily. Here's the 2nd runner around 3rd. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Man, he's been killing it all game long. Those 2 RBIs bring his total for the game to 5. So he's been at his best when it matters most. No doubt making a bid for player of the game.
He's set, now the pitch. This one's down to 3rd. Right to Bryant. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4. Here's Jason Hayward now. We're in the 8th.
Leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
A.J. Minter is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season.
A.J.
He's set. Here it comes.
Minter.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Well, Mark, this is a case where the power pitcher won out in this one, overpowering, moving the ball up, down, in and out, lots of swings and misses, and a little bit of a rough go for the finesse guy.
Yeah, he just executed better, Dan, across the board, getting ahead, strike 1, and then able to mix in his nasty off-speed stuff with high-velocity fastballs behind it. The finesse guy, more over the heart of the plate, and when that happens, that spells disaster.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So in now for Chicago, Ben Zobrist. He singled his last time up. Hit in the air to center field. Inciarte's there. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 5.
Stepping into the box, Albert Almora. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall in.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Cubs are down in order, and as you can see, they are way behind. Now to the plate, the pitcher, A.J. Winter. Dansby Swanson is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Line to the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
I'm shocked this pitcher keeps trying to attack the zone with them being so aggressive early in the count. You wonder if he wouldn't be served a little better, just kind of nibbling for a little bit early and then pound in the zone late.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped up. Bryant is there, and he's got it for the first out. Striding into the box, Nick Markakis. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. On a rope to the second baseman. Thought the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
Ready now, Freddie Freeman. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner toward right center. Now a dive by the right fielder, but it kicks off his glove. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Yeah, definitely not the execution you're looking for to pull an outside breaking ball, but who cares? Next stage box score. That's a line drive.
Standing in now, Josh Donaldson. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And this is going to dunk in out there, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
This is just bordering on ridiculous now, guys. 19 runs in one game. To say that they're having some success at the plate would be like saying some kids are excited at Christmas.
Steve Cishek comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Well, I'm not sure they can do anything different, but it comes a time where you have to call the dogs off. I mean, they've already scored 20 runs, and this thing ain't over yet. We might be here till midnight. From the stretch.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Almora in pursuit. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Really unfortunate there. Obviously, the runner at second base was going to score easily, but it's possible they could have waved the runner around from first as well. We'll never know, though, as he's forced to hold the runner at third because of the ground rule double.
Stepping in now, Ozzie Albies. And he's working on a 5 RBI game. Quite a performance we're seeing from him in this one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Hayward at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Every batter is going to get some opportunities with runners in scoring position. The difference with this guy is that he takes advantage of every one of them. That's his 7th RBI of the game. Not too shabby.
Cishek's ready. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. Albies is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Yeah, man, it's hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the air to center. Giving chase is Almora. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. But tack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. 9th inning coming up. Braves lead this one 24-0. Daniel Winkler takes the mound here. Not a safe situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. Here comes the first pitch. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Inciarte is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
The batter, number 9.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Javier Baez. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And he fouls this one off. Winkler has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss stuff. Really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think what we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now, in the 8th and 9th inning, big power arm guys that have really 2 good pitches that they can strike you out with, and that's what this guy is here. If he doesn't have one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
And now this crowd of 27,000 plus rise to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
24-0 the final tonight. The Braves jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mike Foltynewicz takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year, and recording 16 strikeouts along the way. Kyle Hendricks was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 55 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at SunTrust Park, 41.